Hey, I'm Derek Blais, one of the Chief Creative Officers at Lifelong Crush.
My name is Susan Irving, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer at Kruger Products. And I run the marketing and innovation and communications for Canada and the US.
My name is Geoff Gingerich, and I'm SVP of Strategy at Lifelong Crush, and I lead the practice at the agency.
So Lifelong Crush is a small boutique agency based in Toronto, Canada, although we have global ambitions. We are really focused on obtaining outsized attention in the attention economy, and we do so by really looking at what's happening in culture and tying that in with solving our clients' business problems.
I think a lot of times we don't trust our gut enough, and when agencies have a lot of passion and come up with great ideas, you just have to find a way to get it done.
This campaign is really a story about taking what is a functional product that no one thinks about or talks about and elevating it all the way up to becoming a true authority on bathroom luxury.
Kruger Products is a proudly Canadian company that produces Canadian brands right here in Canada.
So this project is the Cashmere UltraLuxe Bathroom Guide, and we're there to essentially create this association between the luxury bathroom experience and the fact that toilet paper needs to be at that same level.
Within 2 minutes, when they showed the idea in the campaign, I knew right away that we had to launch it.
We've all seen bathroom advertising done really poorly. In this case, it's actually a plaque that's permanently installed into the restaurant bathrooms that have been awarded 1, 2, or 3 Fleurs. And so you get that kind of brand hit, that awareness play when you're in the bathroom, but you also get a product demo at the same time of the actual bathroom tissue. So you get this nice kind of brand and kind of product demo happening at the same time. And as millennials, we're always obsessed with experiences. So that truly is kind of a brand experience moment.
So I'm sure there's a lot to learn from this case study. The little bit that I know about it is very exciting and cheeky.
Literally.
A little pun, right?
Yeah,
You like that?
That's good.
Let's start it by...
Derek likes being cheeky.
Yeah.
Let's do a little roll call around the table and just introduce yourself and I guess your role in this project, and we can jump in.
Susan?
Hi, I'm Susan Irving, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer at Kruger Products. So we are Canada's largest tissue manufacturer with well-known brands of Cashmere, Sponge Towels, Scotties, and Purex and Bonterra. And so this project's all about Cashmere UltraLuxe, our premier bathroom luxurious tissue.
The best of the best from the best in Canada.
You got it.
Excellent. Welcome.
Geoff Gingerich, SVP Strategy at Lifelong Crush. Was joined as this idea was kind of in its baby bird stage in its fruition, so I can't take credit for anything before that, but we had the thought, and I kind of joined right at that process before it became kind of what it is today.
It's okay, one team, bro.
Oh, I know. I'm taking credit now if we win any awards. Yeah.
Comms planning,
Yeah.
insights, everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm Derek. I am one of the Chief Creative Officers at Lifelong Crush, and excited to talk about this project today. And we were very passionate about this off the top, and we'll get into that as you ask some of the questions. But I think even the way that we brought it to the table and sold it in was really fun. So
cool. Okay, so let's just jump into it, and we'll review the video together and kind of like talk about it a little bit in a bit. That will take some collaboration from our in-booth producer. He's shaking his head, so he's hearing us. And we'll flip to that in a little bit, but like lay it up, okay? Let's start with the relationship between Lifelong Crush and Kruger Products. How long has that relationship been there? I guess it predates this campaign, or no?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
So,
you changed his diapers when he was young, or something. You said, right? What did you say before?
when I was a wee marketer back in my BBDO days, Susan was at her PepsiCo days. So so we've known each other for, oh my God, like 10, 15? 10,
15
10,
years.
15 years,
I was Derek's client at when he was at BBDO. So we've known each other for a very long time, and we've done some pretty amazing work together and have become very good friends.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Just like the Broken Heart Love Affair group. So, so 2020, when I started my gig at Kruger Products, who knew that when I took the job, no one told me that there was going to be this thing called COVID and we would be out of stock of tissue products overnight. So that was a learning. But coming out of COVID, we wanted to come up with something to inspire Canadians. And so I was Broken Heart Love Affair's first client when we came up with Unapologetically Human. And then from there, they started Lifelong Crush and brought over Derek and Christina. And so we've done lots of projects together, Cashmere collection, some work on sponge, some work on Bonterra. So we use both agencies. And when we needed to really push our new innovation on our more luxurious premier, if you will, bathroom tissue, Derek came up with a great idea and pitched it to me, and I sold it into our CEO. We bought it within a minute?
It was a day.
It was like, I don't even think it was a day. I think
you bought it in the meeting.
I bought it in the meeting. I sold
later
it that day.
You sold it into your CEO.
Yeah.
That's great. See, so things can happen in Canada. People can do deals.
Well,
business can work.
We turned the campaign around in 3 months, did we not?
Yeah.
Okay, so paint the picture. So you guys have been working together for a few years. You have a relationship, extra agency, if that makes sense. And that's awesome because it's all about a relationship to work well with your clients, right? You want to be able to rely on each other, not just for a single campaign. And then you can get under the hood. So speaking of that, what's the history leading up to this? And we'll talk about the specific campaign, but of the Cashmere UltraLuxe product, where did it sit? I know you said that COVID, right, obviously kind of impacted the demand curve there, but where did it sit in the market? And were there any particular problems that you were trying to solve, or otherwise, what was the strategic needs at the time that you pitched and sold this concept to them?
So strategically, Cashmere UltraLuxe, we had a very small distribution of it prior to COVID.
Okay.
Then during COVID, we ended up having to discontinue it because we were at a point where we had to fire up every single line we had and produce as much bathroom tissue, toilet paper as we could to catch up with demand.
Wow.
And so in order to do that, we needed to run 1, 2, or 3 SKUs, because every time you switch SKUs or formats, you shut a line down. And that takes time, changeover. And we couldn't afford that because Canadians needed tissue. So we went down to bare bones SKUs just so we could get as much product out there. Yeah. And then, so that meant we just didn't produce Cashmere UltraLuxe for a bit. We were also in the point of building a new plant in Sherbrooke, state-of-the-art facility to produce what we call TAD product, which is the softest product you can have, which now makes sponge towels Ultra Pro and Cashmere UltraLuxe. So we then had to relaunch the product, which was new and improved, with our state-of-the-art facility. And so it was hard. It was a new product launch. And so at that point, we needed to educate consumers on the product, but do it in a way to position ourselves differently in the marketplace. I think everyone knows that, bathroom tissue, toilet paper, whatever you want to call it, we're in 100% of households. Well, 98% of households. I don't know what the other 2% use, but that's a story for another. There you go.
Bidets and towels.
Right? But it's a product everyone uses, and it could be a commodity, right? Private label is pretty high, and you need to figure out how to position yourselves differently, especially in the sea of sameness, if you will, or when everyone's talking about softness and strength in a way of positioning yourselves to bears and cats and other things to talk about the functional benefit. We wanted to elevate and really talk about why you need a premium luxury bathroom brand, and that was the brief.
So timestamp this. At what point did the Sherbrooke facility go live and you're like in market with the relaunched product?
That was 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, so fall of 2021 when we launched. So it was a slow build. We have, a segmented portfolio. We've got our base product, which is primarily where most of our volume is. We've got a 3-ply, which is Ultra, and then we have UltraLuxe. So we really needed it was a relaunch, if not a new launch, that we needed to build the brand. And, we focused on Unapologetically Human. We had a couple of other things that we were doing, but then we were at a point where we need to really focus on UltraLuxe and figure something out that was going to differentiate the brand.
And super interesting because, like you said, the timing also in the market is like COVID, but initial kind of craziness of running out to overstock on toilet paper because the world is ending is probably subsided at this point, no?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many weeks was that? Because you got the inside knowledge. So how long were people freaking out and going to Costco to like fill up their car with toilet paper?
So
was that a week? A day?
Oh, no, it was months.
It was months.
It was months. And then there was a second round, right? So it was months. And then we had to analyze kind of what was everyone's stockpile so we could figure out demand, right?
Right, like when would they be
like
back at the store?
Right? Very much, economics that you learn at university. But, there was a stockpile. You needed to figure out how long and how much people had. But then, when the second wave of COVID hit, we had a second round of the entire situation of panic buying again.
And then instead of lemonade stands, on the corner of every residential street, kids were selling toilet paper.
Well, I've never been in a
secondary market,
I've never been in a situation of telling Canadians and U.S. consumers there is enough supply and you need to share with your neighbors. Mm-hmm. You need to stop buying. You need to stop stockpiling, and you need to ensure there's enough for everyone. Mm-hmm. Right? It's interesting.
Oh, it's very interesting because it affects the whole supply chain and the back end of your business because it's probably not constructed to ad hoc triple your inventory, right?
Right.
That's very interesting. And so, okay, so that's a great.
Then you also on top of that, then you had everything that happened in supply chain, right? In CPG of all the cost risings, right? So, I mean, there was so much going on in 2020 to 2023.
Are your input materials primarily Canadian sourced though? Because
yes.
Lumber,
yes.
Local timber,
yes.
whatever. That's interesting because it also puts you probably uniquely in market, right? Not every competitor in your space does that, I would assume.
Correct.
And there's imported products, like imported finished products on shelves, I guess.
Yeah. We are our brands are proudly Canadian, and we have that loud and proud on our packs.
Nice. Absolutely. Okay. Great backdrop. Mm-hmm. Enter Lifelong Crush. And where did the idea that you're about to tell us about come from?
It came from, our whole ethos at the agency is all about being culturally relevant. It's about trying to win in the attention economy. It's about standing out. Mm-hmm. I think going back to the whole ethos of the show, Canadians have to punch above our weight when it comes to almost everything that we do.
Right.
And I think the ethos of what we do and the type of ideas that we come up with are to stand out. You have shrinking media budgets, you have shrinking dollars all around. We're trying to make each dollar work harder. Mm-hmm. Ideas that can stand out in market and get that earned media, get that earned attention, or connect with people on a cultural level. It's just going to make every dollar work harder, and it's going to make that idea, take off in the news feed or take off in culture. So, looking at where toilet paper was, where UltraLuxe was, and kind of connecting that with the cultural moment of bathrooms and specifically restaurant bathrooms and how that was becoming a thing,
Was it? How so? Tell me about that, trend spotting from your angle.
Yeah.
We kind of triangulated three things. It started with what Susan mentioned, which is, looking at the category at a base level and saying, everyone's talking about the same things. Comparing the softness to the fur of a bear. Great. Mm-hmm. It's a very tight kind of communications world in the way everyone's competing. Two, we obviously got really excited. We're both kind of past restaurateurs. I worked in kitchens. Derek's a chef, or was a former chef, and foodies. So we love the space, and we're obsessed with restaurants and everything that goes on within them.
Geoff used to work at Tironi, by the way. So not just any restaurant.
Yeah,
group,
for all of our international viewers and listeners, Tironi is the storied brand founded now, 30 odd years ago, 92 or something?
It's the Italian staple in Toronto.
Absolutely.
It's been that long.
Family business.
Yeah.
Family
One
business.
of my faves.
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-location. And yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I think Canadians that have lived in Toronto for the last 30 years have this massive brand affinity to that name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's where you go for a birthday or after a wedding celebration or whatever. It's kind of like a staple. In the
We're all
Toronto scene.
proud it's here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a great family. I learned a ton there, but it really gave me my attention to detail for planning, but also my obsession with restaurants. Again, we're living on our phones. So naturally on TikTok, we saw people rating restaurant bathrooms kind of on their own, or going there, taking selfies, taking their girlfriends there and taking a picture first. And we said, everyone's kind of judging bathrooms, but there's no consistent criteria for how they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of saying, oh, look at this nice lighting, or the floors are really clean, or this mirror is beautiful. I look great.
So this became a meme. Like, people were, you know.
It wasn't even only just on restaurant bathrooms. It was any bathroom. Like,
Yeah, true.
coming out of COVID, when people started going out again,
Yeah.
there were TikToks everywhere. And I still remember this when, and we'll talk about it later, when Derek sold the idea in, but they showed all these TikToks of people complaining about disgusting bathrooms. And the importance of, when you're in a public space, you want to be in a nice, clean place.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, gas stations, venue owners, restaurants, hotels, they should hold themselves accountable to ensure that washrooms are beautiful and they're clean.
100%.
And that was one of the insights that was like, this is a big idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's that whole expression, you shouldn't shit where you eat.
Well, sometimes you have to.
And when you do, it should be as clean as your dinner table.
Yeah.
But is that comment about like the food can be great, the ambiance can be great, but if the bathroom's dirty or out of place or doesn't match the experience outside of it,
Trust
that's a
diminishes.
red flag.
Yeah, trust diminishes. And then you start questioning where the staff go to the bathroom that are cooking your food, and so on and so forth. So,
and I think
room in the house, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I think over the past few years, you've seen almost like the restaurant bathrooms arms race, where restaurants will start to invest more and more money in their bathrooms.
right.
And I remember going out for dinner before, and everyone would sit down, get their apps, order their mains, that kind of thing. If someone had to use the washroom, they would go. But we've come to a place now where you come to the restaurant and you sit down, and somebody, before they order the apps, are like, I want to go check with the bathroom, right? Or like,
And take a selfie.
right, and take a selfie or whatever. And they come back to the table and they actually give a little review at the table. And I'm sure you've seen this. It's like, they're like,
No.
you got to go check with the bathroom. It is amazing.
I
Like,
go out with kids under the age of 10 and families,
Okay,
and
wow.
people are screaming and hypo. And
Next time you go for like date night,
give me a few years.
Yeah.
I'll catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is exciting that like you picked up on this whole thing, and it was intimately familiar, the topic matter, because you come from kitchens, right?
Mhm.
And restaurants. And so let's make it official was the idea.
Yeah, it was let's actually set the standard. No one was saying this, as Geoff was saying. Everyone was kind of talking about it in social media and in person, but no one was saying we need to set the standard for the bathroom experience. And so enter Cashmere UltraLuxe to come in with the UltraLuxe bathroom guide to actually rate and review and put a stamp on which restaurant bathrooms are worthy of a UltraLuxe experience. So that was kind of the genesis of the idea.
And the concept hits you and you're jazzed, right? It was very exciting.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because I think it was first pitched to my team in the fall of 2023.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. We went with kind of just
Something else. Yeah.
social media. And then you guys came back and repitched a bunch of ideas. And so I still remember we were in the Sponge Towels room. They came in, they had made a video already. And literally the video was for Can or whatever. But they came in with like a video of here's the idea, here's the concept. And I'm like, done, sold. Not only that, Derek had already made a plaque. So the plaque
Wow.
that was going to go in the washrooms that were awarded a 1 Fleur, a 2, or a 3. And just so you know, our trademarked bathroom tissue is embossed with Fleurs. So that's how it all came out.
It's a flower for non-French speakers.
There you go.
I do judge a restaurant based on the bathroom. I love to go in. I love to take a look.
Every detail of this bathroom was so well thought out.
Why take food videos when the toilets are more interesting?
Look at this thing. How gorgeous.
This restaurant washroom was so disgusting.
Why would they put a mirror right beside the urinal?
It's a little stinky because the last person that came in here.
For decades, restaurants have been awarded for their food, with no one setting the standard for the most visited room. Cashmere UltraLuxe Bathroom Guide, which ranks the best restaurant bathrooms.
There was a panel, and they have a list of criteria for the bathroom, so things that are really important to us. If you're wondering about the Fleur rating that they have, it's actually inspired by the embossed pattern on the Cashmere UltraLuxe bathroom tissue.
It's amazing that UltraLuxe has created this guide, which is a perfect companion piece to exist in restaurants that are already well regarded, already well received.
So if you ever find yourself at one of these Toronto restaurants, make sure you check out their bathrooms.
I love this idea. It's very, very clever.
Bot 32 is uber luxurious. It was awarded 3 Fleurs for its ultra luxe.
I'm actually dying to know what brand toilet paper this is. Absolutely worth visiting.
Gotta go check out that bathroom.
This feels like one of the cleanest bathrooms I've reviewed so far. I ain't never seen
no bathroom like this, y'all.
The guide has awarded its coveted stars and designations to more restaurants, but only one, Danico, is in Toronto.
I wasn't really impressed with the food here, but the bathroom definitely delivered.
I was sold. It was just, this is brilliant. This is exactly what we need to do. And on top of that, we were just getting ready to launch Cashmere in away from home, so in hotels and restaurants. So the timing was just perfect. And I'm like, sold. We've went like, how quickly can we do this?
Yeah.
And then I, felt like a little girl, hopping down the aisles, and ran into my CEO, and I was like, this is the idea. Like, look at this. And he's like, sold. Like it just was so brilliant and so on point and so perfect for the brand.
And yeah, I mean, it seems like the timing was perfect to approach this from your side as well. And I think there's something to drill down on. Maybe that's a lesson for people, especially starting out in this industry. Just getting their first agency jobs or whatever. The commitment to actualize a concept is, I see it time and time again, like necessary for communication and for experts in communication to articulate concepts. Because if you're leaving everything to hypothesis and you need budget to be able to demonstrate a concept, when things get tough economically and also just otherwise, it's really difficult for people to get to concert buy-in. So even if you got it, it's difficult for you to like show it to your peers and to your CEO if there isn't something tactile and like assets already that articulate the story, right?
Yeah, it's sharing. I think it's sharing the passion. So, as Susan mentioned, we shared a version of the idea, 6 months prior, and we came back and we doubled down and we said, we made a video, we made a plaque. Like, we are so passionate about this idea.
We need to do this.
Susan.
We're already doing
we
this.
have invested. Like it is, it's crazy. We have to do this. And then as you mentioned, taking that idea into the organization, we normally deal in decks, right? It's all about the deck. It's all about the PowerPoint deck. And sometimes a deck can get a little bit lost in translation as it moves through the organization.
Right.
And if not everyone's in the room to present at the same time, that kind of thing. If you create a video and a plaque or whatever the object is, that can go. Susan can take that to her boss, to the CEO, and say, check this out. And it's all baked in, and it just shows the passion. And a video is going to emotionally move you more than a deck will.
Well, it's interesting because the first time round when it was shared with me, it was, the idea is we're going to talk about restaurant bathrooms. And I was like, yeah, but Cashmere's not in restaurant bathrooms. I didn't understand it. So it's like, this isn't where we need to go right now. But then when you came back the second time round, that wasn't the insight. The insight was Canadians actually care about bathrooms, not just in their homes, but out of homes. And we can own, Cashmere UltraLuxe can be the owner on bathrooms, given the importance.
We've talked about it internally. It's like, well, what about the last meter? That's where we actually own that room. As Susan said, the most visited room in the house. It is the most visited room within the restaurant. So
what was the aim once you start piecing this together with some strategy? How are you going to roll out these awards? And it sounds like a massive undertaking. Especially because this is something I assume that has legs. It wasn't just let's do this for a month, it'll be fun, we'll get some earned media.
Yeah.
I think we knew we had the shape of something that had legs that you could run for years or decades. In year one, it was really about tapping into the conversation, maybe having some of those early influencers who are rating bathrooms feel recognized, etc. But to launch it, again, like a new guide, a new authority on luxury was coming. So that's how the campaign kind of initiated itself, to give people a bit of like, ooh, what's next? And you're like, no, there's something else. There's one room in the
something
restaurant.
even bigger.
So how did you do that? Like tactile, physically? How did you okay. How did you tease? How did you tease people?
In the pitch video, they had already started to talk to restaurants.
Yeah.
So in the pitch video that they sold to me,
we already had chefs.
Had 3 chefs and 3 restaurants talking about it, how important it was for them. And these were top restaurants in Toronto. So when they launched it, it was easy. You already had
a handful of restaurants.
A handful of restaurants that wanted the plaque.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It was sold
we already had buy-in. We already had buy-in from the category.
Right.
So this wasn't like a pipe dream, and we're like, here's the idea. Now, if you bought it,
like they're
good. Well, because if we didn't do that, right? If we didn't do that due diligence,
of course,
and we sold through to our client,
and then
then
no one wants it,
and then we go to the chefs, and they're like, "This is stupid."
And I'm not going to tell you who was in the restaurant, who was in the video, but like these were in the
top
pitch
chefs.
Video.
Yeah.
They had the top restaurants in Toronto saying they want this plaque.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And then so the way that I think your question was, how did it go into market?
Yeah.
So we had influencers, we had OLVs, we had a huge PR strategy.
What's an OLV? Sorry.
Online video. Yeah.
OLVs, like videos that are online. Oh,
yeah.
Right,
like
that's
on YouTube, like pre-roll. Yeah, pre-roll
on
or
YouTube,
yeah.
on
Got it.
Instagram.
Yeah, non-TV videos, because the budget didn't allow for a giant. This wasn't about awareness, right? So we did a really targeted campaign using digital media, using social media, using influencers, and then my favorite part about the campaign probably is the permanent ad for Cashmere UltraLuxe that is sitting in each bathroom, like hopefully forever. The same way that there's Canada's Top 100 and those kind of plaques that are outside of the restaurants, we have one in the bathroom that's permanently there. And part of that,
which is the award plaque.
Yeah. Okay. It's like this restaurant has 3 Fleurs that sits in the bathroom or on the door to the bathroom. And that becomes a permanent ad for the product.
You don't want to know how many texts I get when people go to the restaurants.
Yeah.
Piano. People are taking selfies of themselves with the plaque.
Yeah. Danico, which is a 2-story bathroom with marble.
That sounds
3 Fleurs.
It has 3 Fleurs.
You should see this bathroom.
It has a Versace toilet.
Sounds like I'd like to live in that bathroom.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so then basically this sounds like a home run from the beginning, where people kind of like took the media that you're delivering to them to let them know that this is happening, and went out there to kind of
experience it.
Yeah, take some photos and
as we say, there's also a product demo component to this. I mean, they're in there.
Right, they're testing it out.
They're testing it out. They love it. Yeah,
UGC engine right there. Right?
Yeah. And people were even saying on social media, finally somebody is setting the standard. Somebody is putting it out there. we've all been kind of talking about bathrooms that we like, but finally someone is coming out and saying, this is how it is officially.
And then did you take this off of internet land in other conventional advertising formats?
So far, we have kept it all digital.
Okay.
Because that's kind of the world that it lives in, social media, etc.
PR.
And then, PR. It was on lots of morning shows, lots of newspaper articles were written about it. But we haven't done a full-on, TV commercial push yet.
This is very exciting. How has it impacted? We can come back to kind of like the rollout and some anecdotes to do with like people's videos and their reactions and restaurants' reactions to it in a second. But how has it impacted sales?
Well, these guys studied the results for me, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
But the sales results have been phenomenal. Do you want to?
Yeah. So an 18% increase in tonnage volume. And
of toilet paper sales.
Yes.
Okay. Just to be clear of what
Cashmere UltraLuxe.
Cashmere UltraLuxe specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think our goal was like a 5% increase.
5 to 10, I think.
And we hit 18% increase, and then a 21% increase in
dollar
volume. Yeah.
And that's within what period?
I think that was in 2 periods, including the campaign.
Yeah.
It was 3 months within the campaign, from what I believe. Like it was during that campaign.
Wow. And this was national? Or this is just
national?
Just Toronto?
National.
And then on top of that, share the
3,900.
3,900% mentions of Cashmere UltraLuxe.
3,900%.
Yeah. Well, think about it, right? No one really
about toilet paper.
Yeah, no one really talks about toilet paper online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This campaign launches and everyone's talking about the Cashmere UltraLuxe bathroom guide.
Smokes.
So social media listening, it just went whoosh, like everyone was talking about it.
Now the product's available in Canada exclusively?
Correct.
Yeah.
Did you have jealous foreigners looking for your toilet paper?
Well, it was a targeted campaign, so it was
Nobody outside of Canada knows about this until this episode drops. They're like, we want to order that stuff. There's like a black market for your toilet
Well,
paper.
the cool thing is that if they want to experience Cashmere UltraLuxe and they want to experience these bathrooms, they have to come to Toronto.
I like that.
Or they have to go to, in the future, Montreal or other cities that we'll be expanding to.
This is going to go across Canada.
Yeah.
So what's very interesting about this is you've moved. So this kind of like helped propel you into this hospitality industry segment, right?
Yeah.
Moving out of home and into...
So we've always had Kruger Pro. We've always had an out-of-home business. But what's interesting is in out-of-home, people complain about the tissue products because they are sandpaper and they're not the same quality that you get to buy for your home.
Yeah.
So that's why we've now launched Scotties and Cashmere branded in out-of-home to be in, great restaurants, hotels where people want those luxuries. I mean, if you're spending a lot of money to be in a nice hotel, you would hope that the bathroom tissue would be a luxury as well.
Oh, of course.
And sometimes it's not.
No,
so
that was
it's
actually,
one ply, right?
It was key to how we thought about the audience because it'd be easy in a brief to say everyone who uses toilet paper. But that, to Susan's point, that's 98% of Canadians, and that's not very interesting. So going after people who had a taste for the world of hospitality, they paid attention to the weight of a wine glass or the napkins, where they were snapping photos of the drapes and saying, I want these in my house. These are kind of places where people take inspiration, whether they be hotels, restaurants, etc. And we realized we could influence these people to then go influence their circles. So it was a bit of an influence the influencers type angle of sorts.
Interesting.
Who's sharing information about bathrooms? It's these people who care. So how can we use them as a bit of a lever to get to the masses?
Does that influence e-com? Like, do you sell toilet paper direct to customer?
Yes, we do.
Tell me about that.
Well, sorry, we don't sell direct, but we have an e-commerce division, and we leverage and sell through Costco, Walmart, Loblaws, basically all of our customers that sell our products. But e-commerce it's a big business and it's growing.
Yeah, like someone's in that washroom and they take a photo of the signature Fleur on their toilet paper and they're like, this is so nice. I want this at home. And Google Images automatically sends them to where they buy it.
Yeah, because the patterns are also trademarked, right? So most all your embossing patterns are different based on brand.
This is very interesting. Okay, so now let's come back to the restaurant perspective on talking about kind of efficacy for them. Outputs for restaurants that have been awarded And I guess let's just start with like any anecdotes there to share from the restaurants that you maybe had from day one.
Yeah, they're so proud. Like they honestly are. They're proud that we have awarded them this accolade. They usually post like photos holding the plaque, like some of the restaurant owners. They'll post on social media about it, and it does drum up business. I mean, the 3 Fleur rating is, like the definition of the 3 Fleur rating is to visit the restaurant for the bathroom first. That's the 3 Fleur.
Like it's
most amazing.
So good.
It's so good.
Before you sit down.
Before you even sit down and order your apps, go right to the bathroom and check it out. It's amazing. Then sit down and order your apps. So we've seen restaurateurs be so proud and excited that we have awarded this accolade. So, and I mean, the restaurant business is a crazy business, as Geoff knows better than I. And to have any kind of extra boost, any kind of accolade to help their business is amazing. I mean, it's a Canadian business helping small Canadian businesses. So there's a really positive story there.
Absolutely. So there's specific like restaurateurs with these awards are telling you that it's driving business to their restaurants.
We listed all the restaurants on the Cashmere UltraLuxe website. It was a place where you could nominate, you could check lists. It's like, to Derek's point, the Canada 100, right? You look at that and say, oh, I'm going to Montreal or something, and I'll look at what are the top 5 restaurants on that list. UltraLuxe, the Cashmere Guide, we want it to be the same thing. Make the beauty of the restaurant, or sorry, of the bathroom, the reason maybe for going there. The food's going to be great, but the bathroom's going to be exceptional.
Where do you see the evolution of that guide going? Like, what are the potentials that you're considering?
It knows no limits. I mean, the brand exists.
It knows no limits. It's alive.
Yeah, it truly is.
Well, it's
though.
the thing, right? Like, it's not an ad.
Yeah.
It's not purely PR. It's not purely digital. It's like this living system that we created, right? So I think that's the coolest part about it is it does feel limitless. Of course, we can roll this out, nationally over the years. It can continue growing. You can have people contribute, like even on the website right now, you can type in the name of the restaurant. You can tag us on social media. Our judges will take a look. They may go inspect it, very, very secretive. And maybe that'll make the list for 2025 or 2026. So,
because we've only just started. I mean, we've only done Toronto so far.
When did this go live, by the way?
2024.
Okay.
Spring of 2024, right?
So, end of April.
Just over a year.
Yeah, just over a year. Yeah. The inaugural list.
Yes.
And what have you seen in terms of, I know it must have been sensational uptake in the first, let's call it 3-6 months. But how has it become kind of is it something that you're seeing trail off being still obviously like it's driving engagement online, but at a constant level, or are there any trends there as the time goes on? So before this, do you want to?
Yeah, so we've done 2 rounds, right? We did the first round, and then we did the first round in the spring. We did our second round in the fall.
Yeah.
Market mix modeling. I mean, the results and the ROI are off the charts. Like, it's a program that's very much working. We were going to continue in 2025, but with everything going on in the economy and the importance of made in Canada and consumers knowing what's made in Canada and what's not, we had to really kind of just shift our focus. But at the end of the day, UltraLuxe sales continue to climb, and it is because of that program. So we will be back at some point, but we just had to shift given everything going on in the economy right now.
Did this premium UltraLuxe category rob from your other categories?
No.
Okay.
We're sourcing more from our premium competitor categories.
See, that's very interesting. So people are switching other what they see as a premium product, other brand, to you guys.
Correct.
Well, think about it, right?
They're not upgrading. They're not like, honey.
We are getting people upgrading. Like, we are getting people upgrading. Bathroom tissue is really interesting. Like, when we do focus groups and talk to consumers, it's interesting. It's like, I have base for my kids' bathrooms, but UltraLuxe is what I have in my bathroom for my own
Who are these people, really?
But it's
everyday luxuries.
It's everyday luxuries. It's like
maybe they have 5 kids.
It's like lipstick, right? It's like, even when the economy's not great, I need a little treat, like a Starbucks or a lipstick. It's the same thing apparently with bathroom tissue. Is I may not be able to, I may not want UltraLuxe for every room in the bathroom, but every bathroom I have in the house, but it's something that is for me.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a like Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about this?
Oh, probably.
About hoarding. For sure.
Larry stole the toilet paper from someone's house during the pandemic, and then they found, or hoarding. Yeah, hoarding. The good stuff was upstairs or something.
Yeah.
He found a closet full of his hoarding toilet paper.
There you go. That show.
The other insight that we saw, or the other observation we saw, was, people hosting dinner parties at home, wanting UltraLuxe in their downstairs bathroom, in their guest bathroom, and that
Powder room.
Yeah. And the rise of, recipes, people getting better at cooking at home and kind of recreating a bit of that restaurant ambiance at home. I've been to many, friends' houses where you go to the powder room and there might be a nice candle in there, and they kind of chat. Like the good soap is down there, and there's UltraLuxe, and it gives you that elevated experience, especially as a millennial. We're all looking for experiences, right? So
shows you care about the details.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta up my game.
Yeah. And then
Maybe
before,
send you some UltraLuxe.
Honestly,
You'll never go back.
Yeah, I'll put it everywhere, man. All my bathrooms.
and then prepping before we came here today, I was just reviewing. I looked up the hashtag again. I was looking on social media, and there are still people who are actively posting the UltraLuxe plaque in the bathroom and talking about doing like little selfie videos in the bathrooms and saying like, I came to Danico. I can't believe this. It's a chandelier. There's this beautiful, mirror, and then the lighting, and they go over and they go, and it's a Cashmere UltraLuxe bathroom. Like people are still doing it.
Oh, this is an evergreen thing.
Yeah.
But also
100%.
To that end, how does that work also on the relationship, the purchaser relationship? Like you've got the plaque in the bathroom. That means like you can't change brands ever. But is there a discount? Do you get enough stars and like it's free for 30% off for you, or
Part of the award, when we ship the award, we ship them
some product,
a ton of product as a thank you.
That's awesome. Actually, it's like winning that's a prize with the award. That's great.
So there is that little B2B element there.
Yeah.
But the main volume driver is, of course, the consumer using the bathroom, taking a photo, remembering it, going home, and then ordering or visiting the store to purchase UltraLuxe for their own bathroom.
We were talking about one of the success outputs being volumetric sales, right? You said like more tonnage of this product.
18% tonnage volume.
And then also revenue.
Dollar volume.
21% dollar volume.
Again, now
which is important, right? Because dollar volume, you want your dollar volume to be going up faster than your tonnage, which means that consumers are willing to pay a premium.
Okay. And that is across the board, or that was within hospitality as customers, or just within home?
That is through AC Nielsen, so that's within home, because we don't measure at a home.
Okay, well now here's the
we
thing.
hadn't even launched Cashmere at a home yet.
But now you have.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
Really well.
And how can you...
In fact, I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah.
I was in Halifax last week moving my son into Dalhousie.
Congratulations.
And thank you. Moving him into second year was quite the beast. But the hotel that I was staying in, a very nice hotel, and I ran into the bathroom after breakfast, and literally it was a beautiful restaurant. The bathroom was gorgeous, and literally there was Cashmere. And here I am taking pictures in the bathroom.
Yeah, just feeling so happy.
Yeah. Paper and running out. I was like, hey, Alexandra, you're never going to believe this. There was Cashmere, our new Cashmere was in the bathroom.
It's a sign.
And then also you're like, and then also maybe this can get a Fleur. Like maybe this in the future.
Well, it's a beautiful bathroom.
Send it to the judges.
We got to send the judges in there.
It was really exciting, I think, because this whole case does demonstrate a Canadian approach, which I'll ask you about, to solving problems with creativity, but also is a unique experience in this country, which is really exciting, I think.
What I love about it, too, is, we get stuck a lot when we think old school and we write a brief and it always starts with a TV ad versus an idea.
Mm-hmm.
This is an idea. This is an insight with an idea, and it's not television based, which is amazing. It is actually a cultural idea that consumers actually care about.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, we're moving away from television, as a society.
Yeah. And that's central to our approach. What Derek described earlier is something Lifelong Crush talks about, which is unconstrained ideas. So unconstrained from traditional media. Don't go to a TV commercial right away. What is the idea? And then how can we use culture and the different, levers of culture to bring that idea to life? Secondarily, how is the idea unconstrained from category norms? The norms was talk about softness and suppleness. We said, that's already true. We need to be something much higher order if we want to establish some relevance for this product and brand.
Absolutely. Nice, man. Very exciting. I'm so happy you took time to come and share the case with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's definitely fascinating, exciting, and I think it's going to inspire a lot of people watching this episode, to be honest. Nice.